Two of my favorite things, flank steak and lunch.
Nice.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I love this beautiful thin cut because it allows me to blister sear, right? So I'm cranking. We're gunning about 500 Fahrenheit right now. You know, not bad, not bad. I want to do a flatbread today and incorporate some figs and some onions and some fun stuff. Let's do big, bold, shareable flavors because 'tis the season for having friends and family over. This is a great one. Let's get into the action. Today we're going to be using Lane's Barbecue Kapalua seasoning. Now look at those gold pieces in there. That's actually dehydrated honey. There's some sea salt, there's some paprika, a lot of black pepper, garlic. So big, bold flavors, which are going to work really well in this flank steak at a high heat because they're going to caramelize gorgeously. I'm going to knock a little oil on top of this and just kind of pad that on there. Let's flip to the other side and season it up. And we're going to get this guy on the grill as quick as we can. All right, so seasoning.
It's like no fuss, just
yeah, let's do this real time, I always like to say, you know, and then I'm just padding that and we look great. Okay, that is a beautiful Wooden Nickle Farms flank steak. I love it. Let's jump on the grill. Okay, so interesting setup today. We've got the flat top rolling and the direct grill grate. We're gonna go, let's just hear if we see, let's just hear if we hear.
I know
let's
what you meant.
just see if we get a sizzle. Sizzle and smoke, so I like it. Drag test, doesn't stick. Ooh la la, we're on, okay? I also wanna sneak some vegetables on this grill, okay? Let's cut some onion discs. And usually I would slice these into thin pieces and caramelize them on the grill, but I want to switch it up a little bit, or caramelize them on that cast iron griddle is what I meant to say. But I want to cut these fun discs and get a different type of caramelization on there. And yeah, it's kind of cool. Let's get some of that same seasoning on there. Beautiful. Stack those and take them on over to the grill. And I can hear the sizzling going on with the steak. That's great. That tells me we're above 312 degrees. Maillard reaction is occurring. Oh, and let's still use this, but let's just do it a different way. We'll put some oil on there to promote caramelization. I've got some real estate in the front of the grill now, and I'm gonna sneak some of these beauties right in front and just kind of flame char those. So a lot going on right now, but think about it, these are all toppings for our flatbread. We're gonna grill that steak to about medium rare. We're gonna char up those tomatoes so we can get that flame-kissed tomato skin and roasted deliciousness. And these onions, of course, are caramelizing beautifully. So we're gonna give everything about 3 minutes and then start moving stuff around again. You know what, let's dry baste a little bit, and not enough people do this method. So we've already seasoned it once, we've grilled it, now we go on for a secondary layer, and it's just a way to continue to build more layers and more complexity. We're gonna let that kind of caramelize, we'll flip it, dry baste the other side, and we should be at a perfect 120 degrees internal temperature. That's that medium rare that we're looking for after a rest. Loving the look of those tomatoes. Let's go ahead and get them off, put them in the bowl. Let's stack these onions, and why don't we go ahead and...
Oh, right on the griddle top.
Well, you know, I mean, it's there. We're ready to rock and roll. Let's do this thing. And since they're going on the same thing anyway, let's go ahead and pile them up together. And look at that steak. Let's go ahead and pull it off and do the hardest thing of this entire cook and let it rest. All right, it has been 7 minutes. All right, 7 grueling minutes. Oh, and look at this goodness.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is a pretty steak. This is a pretty flank steak. So the way I like to slice this is I like to cut with the grain one time and then across the grain the rest of the time.
Okay.
Makes it more manageable. The less surface area you have, the easier it is to cut. And we're gonna watch this thing bloom here in a second, and that beautiful medium rare is gonna begin to show. So let's go ahead and slice pretty thin, right? Because this is a topping on our flatbread. Flank steak is just one of those beefy cuts that you can impose your culinary will. It takes marinades great, it takes seasonings great, or just a little salt and pepper. I mean, it is my go-to for so many recipes and cooks. And look at that crust we've got on there. Now, the board sauce. I'll toss the steak a little bit in the board sauce, but then I'm also gonna use it to season up.
Get out.
Yeah.
Wow.
That little action, right? little more,
Wow.
little more. And then we're gonna cruise over to the grill and kind of crisp that up and instill that beefy flavor. So, and flatbreads are great, right? You can put them on a platter and walk them around hors d'oeuvre style or stationary if you want to, or you can just fold the thing in half and go for it like a big, like a big sando, you know. But I do love the naan breads, and there's so many different ones out there. You could even use the pita pockets and stuff this thing if you want. Oh yeah. Beautiful caramelization there. Now we've got a little bit of fig preserve that I want to paint on here. I was really afraid I wasn't gonna be able to open that thing in front of everybody. You know, I struggle with the jars sometimes.
Wow, fig preserves.
Yeah, fig and, you know, maybe some blue cheese and some arugula and those beautiful caramelized onions and tomatoes we did. But let's start with some steakums.
Oh, come on now.
And just kind of throw them about, you know, spread them out evenly. You can cut those into smaller, more manageable pieces if you want to, but that looks good to me. Caramelized onions, do your thing. Boom, 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 boom.
This would be a healthy flatbread.
Well, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Some garden vegetables there. Get those colors too. We got the reds, we got the oranges. We're gonna sneak some arugula, like I said, here in just a second. Let's hit it with the blue cheese. You want some funky, footy blue cheese. Look at that. Oh yeah. And if you don't like blue cheese, use goat cheese. If you don't like goat cheese, use cheddar. And then we're gonna put a little bit of arugula on, but I'm gonna return this to the grill. That's right. I'm gonna return this to the grill first. Look at this. Holy moly. I'm gonna return this to the grill first and crisp up that bottom side and let that blue cheese kind of melt. Look at this. If you weren't sure, this is what winning looks like.
Hey.
I mean, I don't mean to be that way, but this is, you know, kind of a big deal. 3 minutes. Oh yeah. Bow, bow. Listen to that. I said listen to that. I hear the mower I hear the mower in the background. That's a good day to mow or a good day to have one of these. Now I'm gonna go ahead while it's warm and sprinkle some of that arugula on there, which is gonna bring a little pepperiness. Oh, you know what? Let's take it. I got a better idea. Check it out. Check it out.
Okay.
Remember that board sauce that we tossed everything else in? Let's dress.
What?
Let's dress it. Stop it. Now we go. Now it's. Oh. I don't even. Whoa. I don't even know what to do. I mean, that is. I'm gonna hold it up so you can see it. It's a stunner.
It is.
It's an absolute stunner. I mean, look at that. That is. And listen. Got a nice thump to it, so it's gonna be able to stand on its own, which is lovely. I like to cut this into 6 or 8 pieces. We'll start and go lengthwise once, and then 1, 2. We'll do 8. We'll do 8 cuts. So that was crazy. That's crazy. Like the fig plays on the blue cheese, and then boom, here comes the flank steak with the spice of the arugula. Every single component came to play. Like that is a fun big bowl. You could even do a balsamic drizzle if you want to take it over the top. No, I love my balsamic drizzle. Again, simple things done perfectly win every time. Go for quality ingredients versus quantity ingredients. This is just fabulous, and I'm ready to build 5 or 6 more here for the party to come. So folks, thanks for hanging out with us today. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, give us a like, share it if you can. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us, and as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.